A nonstop self-driving car that can solve traffic problems. All vehicles are automatically driven, and when the vehicle departs, they are controlled by the system. The number of people transported per hour is 160,000, 3 times that of subways. It runs ultra-high speed in the city center. It runs 100 miles per hour non-stop through downtown New York. Self-driving cars in the spotlight as a means of transportation for the future. Famous companies around the world are scrambling to develop them, but they still lack perfection and lack legal support to determine who is responsible in the event of an accident. Also, even if it is possible to drive fully autonomously, it does not solve traffic problems such as driving fast. However, a new technology has been developed which solves the commercialization of autonomous vehicles in a simple way. Advanced autonomous driving have already established technology. The new technology developed by Korean startup BT researchers is designed to allow autonomous vehicles to pass through dedicated passages with good straightness and will be the first to succeed in commercializing autonomous vehicles as a technology that can drive at non-stop 162 km per hour, high speed in the city. The dedicated passageway to be built in the center of a large city is in the form of a tunnel, and there are few obstacles due to the closed top, bottom, left, and right. So autonomous vehicles with 4 stages of autonomous driving are operated at non-stop high speed. Thousands of self-driving cars travel at non-stop 162 km per hour speed, transporting more than 100,000 people per hour on the dedicated passageway in the city center and commercializing self-driving cars. Vehicles and populations in large cities have reached saturation. Severe urban traffic difficulties. Can we solve traffic problems forever? Non-stop 162 km per hour in the city center. Instead of the subway, a 2-story highway is built in the city center. Place the crossing directions on the upper and lower floors, respectively. In the city center, non-stop high-speed driving will be carried out at high frequencies. Cars that used to run at high frequency diverge to the branch line, stop, and get on and off. Collisions and congestion are blocked in advance with artificial intelligence computers. Passengers get on the parallel platform and depart sequentially. Cars departing from the distributed terminal gather on the main line and operate at high frequencies. The large interchange of the highway occupies a large site and cannot be installed in the city center. But the structure that is easy to turn left allows a large turning radius of the connection road. And the BT of the 2-story road can reduce the interchange by more than 20 times, enabling urban installation. BT installs a diamond-shaped intersection that fits perfectly into the intersection of the city center. Along the wide road in the city center of a large city, a 2-story road with many intersections is built as an elevated or underground road. Interchange with a large turning radius enables non-stop high-speed driving in the city center. All BT's cars will be operated as self-driving cars, and self-driving cars will be able to drive non-stop high speed in the city center. Under the condition of a tunnel type that is closed up, down, left, and right, the autonomous vehicle travels in 4 stages and advanced autonomous driving.
Later, even if the self-driving car becomes a 5-step, fully self-driving car, passengers are no better than taking a taxi. There is one thing to look forward to only after self-driving cars are fully and widely distributed, which is shortening the distance between cars.
According to a publication by the Korea Transportation Institute, the operation of self-driving cars can increase the road capacity by 6 times. Self-driving cars have a short not responding distance, which can reduce the safe distance by 10 meters. Therefore, BT, which operates only autonomous vehicles, will be able to transport large amounts. Unlike subways, there is no subway station on the main line road, so non-stop high-speed running is possible. After high-speed driving, stop and get on and off at the terminal installed at the end of the branch line connected to the interchange, such as a highway. Self-driving cars arriving at their destination stop and get on and off the platform of the terminal. Self-driving cars on the road cannot drive at high speeds in the city center, but they can safely drive at high speeds on BT's two-story road. All cars are autonomous without a driver and are controlled by the system when the vehicle departs. Up to 5 passengers with the same destination will join. Unlike highways, BT has a vertical crossing direction, reducing the installation area by half, and the entire section consists of one-way. Subway or light rail runs only less than 30 times per hour, so transportation is insufficient and efficiency is low. Unlike subways and light subways, two-story roads can operate at high frequencies, and several lanes are installed to provide high-capacity transportation. The lower floor of the two-story road branches off by a branch line, and the upper floor shows a structure of gathering from the branch line. Cars starting from numerous terminals on several branch lines enable high-frequency operation. Cars travel at constant speeds and intervals. On a one-way road that is sealed up, down, left, and right like a tunnel, and has few obstacles, cars drive non-stop high speed as stably as on a highway. In addition, since the straight road is good and the turning radius of the connection ramp is large, it can travel at 162 km per hour, and then it moves 45 meters per second. If the cars run at intervals of 15 meters, 3 cars per second can be operated, and more than 30,000 cars can be operated per hour on 3 lanes, multiplied by 3 lanes, multiplied by 3 cars per second, multiplied by 3,600 seconds, and 5 persons, it becomes 162,000 persons per hour, 3 times the transport capacity of the subway. In addition, it travels at the high speed of 162 km per hour, non-stop, allowing it to travel more than 4 times faster than the subway. One of the interchange connection paths must be connected in an alternating direction. The capacity of 160,000 people per hour is sufficient. But if you operate a 10-seater car instead of a 5-seater car, the capacity doubles, and if you narrow the driving gap in half, you can operate up to 600,000 people per hour with the same facility. There will be insufficient passengers to fill the capacity of up to 600,000 people per hour. So, the capacity can be adjusted to suit the traffic volume of the city being built. The number of terminals or vehicles can be increased or decreased from time to time during operation, and double-decker roads can be extended and connected continuously. The big advantage of self-driving cars is that the distance between cars can be narrowed to a minimum because the not responding distance is short in the event of an accident, and braking is possible immediately. Self-driving cars will travel at regular intervals and speeds to have the best ride, and all passengers can move comfortably and refreshingly as they will be given seats. All cars that used to run at high frequencies decelerate after branching to the branch, stopping at the destination terminal, getting on and off, and returning to the main line. When the car stops at the platform of the terminal, the screen doors and car doors open, the passenger gets off, and the cars depart for the next destination with the passenger on board, or empty car. BT's two-story road is connected by 3-dimensional intersection with other routes, can be extended continuously, and moves non-stop anywhere like a highway. Continuous extension and expansion will eventually connect the entire city and all nearby cities. BT's two-story road is preferentially installed in downtown areas of large cities with heavy traffic. It is recommended to build underground instead of subways, but elevated installations are possible, and elevated installations save money, and period. The two-story road overcomes the disadvantages of accessibility and large interchange site, which are the disadvantages of highways, and specializes in urban installation. cars driving at constant speeds, and intervals are too stable and relaxed. Safety partitions are installed between lanes, and the top, bottom, left, and right are sealed, so there are few factors that interfere with driving within a two-story road, such as a tunnel. And the only obstacle is the front car in real-time communication. Cars in the opposite direction are always driving downstairs. All cars run during rush hour. Parking, maintenance, car washing, and charging are performed during free time, and cars are always waiting for passengers to get on. BT's two-story road is built in the center of a wide road in the city center, built on it, or underground. If branching on the lower floor of the double-decker road, it merges on the upper floor. And the more branch paths there are, the greater the usefulness. New transportation featuring branches, and many branches. BT, bulk transportation. The branch stop method improves the shortcomings of railroads or track methods that operate at extremely low frequencies of less than 30 vehicles per hour to stop at the stations, and is already driving high speed and high frequency through such a structure on highways. Cars to stop and cars to drive at high speed are divided through interchange, and cars branching to their respective destination terminals to stop. And passengers get off or get on. The terminal has several platforms arranged in parallel towards the main line. So cars entering in succession stop sequentially and can also start continuously. The cars change direction in the U-turn area and gone back to the main line through the upper or lower floors of the road. Compared to subway stations, small terminals of 1/10 to 1/100 size are installed at the point of traffic occurrence in various shapes and sizes. Terminals are selected in size according to the amount of traffic generated from 4 platforms to 24 platforms, and are mainly installed in places with good accessibility. Flat terminals can also be installed in narrow spaces of 30 square meters or less and can also be installed outside the building. Terminals are usually installed in front of elevators or apartment complexes in large underground parking lots. That is the easiest place to access by extending branch lines. Small buildings can also connect almost all buildings in the city to the BT transportation network by installing one terminal per 4 buildings. Passengers can use it after getting off at the terminal, taking a linked transport car, moving to the final destination, and also going back to the terminal. You can go by car parked in the parking lot, and in addition, you can use bicycles, kickboards, scooters, carts, and rental cars to realize a door-to-door service that moves directly from door to door. In particular, private cars that have been approved in advance among private cars can pass through the dedicated passageway and go anywhere. The technology of driving a private car at high speed using guideway is a long-awaited, very desirable technology. The average speed of downtown Seoul is less than 30 km per hour, and the technology to drive at non-stop 162 km per hour by car is a tremendous technological advance. Mass transportation systems are built underground. Automatic driving electric vehicles are operated on a 2-story road underground in a large city. BT is also the best condition for operating hydrogen cars. High-frequency operation on the underground 2-story road will transport many passengers. A summary of the technology of the high-speed, high-capacity urban transportation system, BT, is as follows. First, a highway is installed in the city center, so you can drive non-stop fast. Second, the highway was improved to the second floor, making it easy to turn left, and the interchange was miniaturized. Third, many interchanges and terminals were installed to enable high-frequency operation. Fourth, due to the operation of autonomous vehicles, the inter-vehicle distance was reduced and it became a high-capacity transportation. In short, the highway was installed in the city center, and self-driving cars were operated, making it a high-capacity means of transportation due to high-frequency operation. expressway, self-driving car, high-capacity transportation. BT's terminals are distributed and installed in places with high traffic and connected to the main line through branch lines. On a one-way road with few obstacles other than the front car in real-time communication like a tunnel, reducing the driving gap in half doubles the transport capacity and double the number of 5-seater cars to 10-seater, enabling transportation of up to 600,000 people per hour. Even if the capacity is 600,000 people, it is operated according to the traffic volume, so any city can have more facilities than the traffic volume. Due to its sufficient capacity, it operates on a seat system that all passengers are assigned seats, and the ride time is short due to high-speed driving, allowing dozens of people to be transported per hour, and the electricity bill at this time is less than $10. For example, if you build a facility that can transport 1 million people a day with a construction cost of $2 billion, you can recover your investment within years of mass transportation and make a big profit, which will be more competitive than other transportation that does not run 30 times per hour and spread rapidly around the world. Therefore, traffic jams in many cities around the world will be alleviated. The construction of a new high-speed and high-capacity transportation method, BT, will resolve urban traffic difficulties, and housing and parking difficulties can also be resolved. In addition, air pollution will be reduced, especially urban competitiveness will be greatly improved. In addition, citizens who suffered from commuting every day will travel comfortably and quickly and will get precious time every day, about 2 hours a day. Terminals are installed mainly in places with high traffic, and separate stations can be built, but they are small in size and are likely to be installed in underground parking lots of large buildings. And terminals can freely select size, location, and installation timing. In particular, terminals will also be installed in apartment complexes, and the value of apartments, buildings, and land to be installed will increase. If BT is built in a new city near Seoul, it can reach Seoul Station within 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, from the new city to Seoul Station, which can solve traffic problems. New York, one of the largest cities, has many tall buildings and is densely populated. The high-speed driving and high-capacity BT will quickly transport a large traffic population through the main line, which can travel at 162 km per hour, and the branch line, which is less than 80 km per hour. It can reach JFK Airport within 8 minutes. The main line is constructed underground on the riverside, and bicycle paths, or an elevated road, is also constructed to operate at a speed of 100 miles per hour in downtown metropolitan cities will enable traffic congestion relief. Branch lines below 50 miles per hour allow passengers to easily access high-speed transportation. This plan has not been finalized and can be added or changed later. BT is waiting for orders from cities with heavy traffic or cities with severe traffic difficulties. BT's underground construction depth is 3 to 30 meters, which is built more than 50 meters above the subway. Out-of-town areas have good straightness, so the speed can rise to 300 km per hour. In addition to the underground or overpass of urban roads, BT can be built up to rivers, cycle routes, vacant lots, sidewalks, parks, green areas, and underlying buildings, and a 3-meter wide lane road can pass deep into a narrow alley and connect to places with heavy traffic. It is said that it is recently digging tunnels for car movement in the basement of the western U.S. city center, but it is not easy for cars to climb up and down in elevators, especially the section that comes back to the congested road, and there are many structural challenges to overcome. Hyperloop, flying cars, and self-driving cars need a lot of research in the future, and they are far from practical use. Later, even if such technology is completed, it will not alleviate traffic difficulties in the city center. However, BT is an overpass or underground road, and there is no difficult technology, so anyone immediately can build it, leading to a rapid easing of urban traffic difficulties. Running on a dedicated passage is similar to a slot car, so there is no need for difficult technology. For more information, please refer to the website bt.run. The email address is com@korea.com. Mass transportation can be verified in 3 stages. Step 1. Is there a non-stop high-speed driving facility in a place with heavy traffic? Can all cars running at 2 levels, 1 hour in a row, and high frequency stop safely? Step 3. Is it possible to continuously start cars to run at high frequencies for more than an hour? In addition, BT will replace transportation in cities around the world with advantages such as 24-hour waiting, minimum noise vibration, real-time delivery, and almost free delivery, continuous expansion, and driving on double-decker roads. Your private car also can pass through BT's two-story road. BT Run.
High-frequency operation enables high capacity and high efficiency. High capacity and high efficiency are also possible with high profits and low fares, enabling a virtuous cycle of mass transportation. Please leave a comment on how much you can spend for a single ride, saving commuting time with the Nonstop Express, and giving you about 2 hours of free time each day. If you move 10 kilometers, even if latecomers of high-yield technology make excessive profits on high fares, royalties affect fares. BT promises to keep fares low forever. Although low fares are sufficient profits, BT is also highly competitive in logistics and delivery, so it can make a lot of profits. In the future, BT will continue to grow, addressing traffic difficulties in many cities. BT Corporation is waiting for orders from cities around the world with severe traffic difficulties, and is looking for partners to cooperate, collaborate, joint research, joint development, and investment. When traffic difficulties are resolved, cities are dynamically energetic and develop greatly, and so will countries and individuals. Transportation can only be improved when many citizens want to. So if you want to solve traffic problems, spread this video to as many people as possible. Tell your SNS followers to watch this video. The traffic jam is now resolved.